It had to be a cardiac night, right? We thought this was going to be a bum night. We got to stay up till 9:30. No Cooper Flag. No Kyrie, no AD. This is going to be a 30-point Knick win, right?
We thought. We thought, bro, I don't even know what I just watched. It was, good Lord.
Brutal.
The way that it was going in the first half, I was like, all right, let me jump off this ledge real quick, man, because this is ugly. This is how you treat your captain to return?
Yeah, this is how they treat the captain. And, that was the main storyline of tonight's game. Captain Clutch Jalen Brunson returning in this one. And, in the beginning, it was rust. Wasn't really moving with explosion on the ankle and was rusty on the shots. Second half was a different story. He started getting into his bag. He was winning his one-on-one matchups. He was beating the Mavs whenever they would get those switches. Really didn't matter who was in front of him. Captain Clutch would end up leading all scorers with 28 points in this one. So, that wasn't the concern. And Josh Hart, shout out to Josh Hart. He's our role player of the game. 16 points, 10 rebounds off the bench for Josh Hart. He had to play a gritty game, 5 assists as well. You had the timely shots by Landry Shamet in the fourth quarter. Could they have won that game without Landry Shamet with 2 big threes, 6 of his 9 points in that fourth quarter, hitting some timely threes there. But again, overall sloppy affair. They were fortunate that despite the fact that Shamet would miss 2 free throws in this, that it didn't end up costing them. And in the end, as we showed, controversy or not, the referees called Brandon Williams on a hook. They executed a brilliant hook and ladder play.
They really did.
From Lively to Brandon Williams going downhill. He uses his speed, but he couldn't get enough separation from Shamet. And the referee, who's that referee? Ballsy call by the referee. Great
really
call,
was.
pal. Great call by the Zebra on the road. Hostile territory. They got Nico packing. That referee was lucky that he got out of there with his drawers on.
You heard the Mavs fan. They were all cheering. They saw the layup go down. Yeah. They're like, oh, we're getting some overtime, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And he's like, hold on 1 second.
Hang on.
We are not giving the Mavs the win. New York going home victorious tonight with the hook on. And look, you have Legler still dissecting this thing, saying Shamet initiated contact.
Yeah, be quiet, Legler. Be quiet.
God,
I was listening to Tyler and Clyde anyway. I ain't listening to no damn Legler. And when I got Tyler and Clyde, be quiet. Clyde called it the old foot trick or the hook trick, and I'm going with that. It's over.
There you go.
It's over.
Look, man, when you're out here, you got to listen to what the national broadcast gives you. So I have to listen to that. You know how they all go, man. You know how it all works.
Yeah.
But
hey, got to respect the call, man.
Let me tell you this, though. Everyone on the Knicks roster, coaching staff and all, you all better treat Landry Shamet with respect. Whatever he wants this week, if he wants a steak dinner, whatever, you all better take that man out and treat him right, because without him, we might have had the narrative of saying, whoa, can the Knicks win on the road? They can't do anything right around here. Because the way this was going, we were about to have Najee Marshall go, have another outing against the Knicks.
Yeah.
And it was getting out of hand early, CP.
It was getting out of hand early. Like I said, the Knicks, they couldn't hit 14%. They shoot from 3 in the first half. I thought they settled for way too many bad threes. They were not in a rhythm at all in the first half, and I didn't like the fact that they were not attacking the basket enough. And, hey, when they did, they shot 54% from the free throw line. Like, it seemed like everybody was sleepwalking from Miami to Dallas. I don't know what happened, but, 54% from the line. But again, the biggest thing of concern is their perimeter defense right now, and then leading into porous three-point defense. Same thing as last year, though, really, bro. Same thing as last year. Just changed. Maybe a little bit worse by the numbers. They're still getting cracked. Still getting cracked. D'Lo, listen, D'Lo's D'Lo. He has the potential to get it going in bunches, and then, he'll chuck up an air ball. Like, he'll play himself out of a game. He'll take himself out, which is fine. But Brandon Williams was cooking him. Hart, he had a couple points here and there. They were able to find Max Christie for some timely threes. So this could have very easily been a loss. I think where Dallas went wrong was almost similar to where the Knicks went wrong in the Heat game, in that they were searching for a closer in crunch time and just couldn't get it done. You had Najee Marshall trying to handle the ball, P.J. Washington. Things just kind of unraveled for them, and that fell into the Knicks' favor.
CP, last season, the Knicks ranked 20th, according to Queen of the Glass, Knicks ranked 23rd against all threes, allowing 37.1% when the regular season was all said and done. As of right now, the Knicks are 28th, so they've dropped from last season right now, and they're allowing, this is before, so we don't have the numbers from tonight's game, but they're allowing 39.4% from downtown. So now they've even gotten worse, as you said, from allowing teams to just knock down threes at a high clip. And when I'm looking at the Dallas Mavericks, who, we are talking no Cooper Flagg, no Anthony Davis, no Kyrie Irving. You got like half of a Klay Thompson, from what he was on the Golden State Warriors. And you're telling me you're allowing this team to shoot 36%. You're allowing D'Lo just to cook from downtown. Something's got to change, man. And as I sent you, Christian Winfield, tweeting out saying that Mike Brown says the lulls on poor on-ball defense have to be addressed. Thank you for acknowledging that, because this is gross. Absolutely gross. You can't go into you cannot be a championship contender team and you're going to allow everybody to shoot threes in front of you. It's getting crazy, CP. Just getting completely out of hand.
As Alex mentioned, salute to the captain, Jalen Brunson, man, on his return to this game. Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson, with 28 points. 5 assists on 11 and 23 from the field, 2 of 7 from downtown, 3 rebounds to go along with it. Team high 28 points. And on a night when, by and large, the squad did not have it, Captain Clutch had to put this team on the back, especially in the third quarter where he did his best work and just got into a good flow, got into a good rhythm now and started to cook. Really, second quarter was really when Cap started to make his move. But overall, 28 points and a quick, speedy turnaround off the ankle injury, Cal.
Hey, shout out to Dr. David Bitterman on the analysis the other night, man. And he was saying that it looks like Brunson could be ready to be back Wednesday. And sure enough, he's back. And as you mentioned earlier, he didn't have that same explosion. But, I think this is what makes great players great. He's able to adapt, know that he's playing on an injured ankle, and still get his by still using his strength, using his footwork, and not going above and beyond trying to say, all right, and put more strain on his body than is already needed. So that's what makes some of these great players great, man. And that's what Brunson is. And once again, needed it. 11 to 23 to get you 28 points tonight. 4-6 from the free throw line. Want to see you, knock down that other free throw so that way we're not, hoping that the Mavs miss, right? But excellent performance by him tonight, man. Excellent performance to get the 5 assists as well. Happy to have him back because, as we saw the other night, you need somebody in the clutch to keep this thing rolling.
Our role player of the night,
Josh Hart.
Got to go with Hart, man. Got to go with Josh Hart. Our role player of the night, Josh Hart with 16 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, a couple M&Ms. Had some fun with the people in Dallas. It must have been a Knicks fan who knew the candy inside joke. I don't know what happens to his Mike and Ike deal as a result of that, but Josh Hart having some fun there. 5 of 10 from the field, 3 or 4 from downtown, and even passed up some shots. Passed up a ton of shots. But still, again, when you think about having to get it gritty and play tough, Josh Hart did that tonight for the Knicks.
Absolutely. I mean, the way he was just grabbing boards tonight, especially late in the fourth quarter, you saw how everyone was just mauling in the paint just to grab a rebound, just to stay alive, just for how close it was. Josh Hart with some critical rebounds just to keep this thing alive. I think he even had the one where, it hit the bottom of the rim, got the rebound, and then was able to kick it out to Shamet for another 3.
Yes.
And it's just, you need guys like that, man. I mean, look, this is why that's why he was out there when it came down to P.J. Washington at the free throw line, right? And I think he was trying to miss the last shot. You had your 3 best rebounders in the paint. He had Mitch, Cat, and Hart, and there's a reason for that. So Josh Hart, critical for what the Knicks are doing, continuing to have a strong performance after that, Chicago Bulls game where he was sulking on the bench. Man has completely turned it around, and now his shooting is it's right there, man. I mean,
He's getting
to go
back.
3 or 4 from downtown, let's go. And I like that he's playing like a good amount. He's not playing the crazy like 42 minutes a game type thing. He's playing 30 minutes and he's looking good throughout it.
Yeah.
Pushing the pace, doing everything. Good stuff by Josh Hart.
Giving the team what they need. Just giving the team a shot in the arm is what they need. And as you said, pushing the pace, pushing it ahead, grabbing the boards, and he passed up maybe 3 or 4 good looks, and even passed up one late in this game where he had a teardrop. He didn't even want to. I mean, forget the threes. He had the teardrop right in the restricted circle that he missed. Not that he missed, that he kicked out. I think he kicked that out to McCall, who was shooting the ball well himself. McCall's been very efficient shooting the ball well, but then McCall misses a shot, and even Clyde called him out. It's like, bro, you got to take that shot, man. Knicks shot 44% from the field, 41 from the Mavs. It was a brick fest, especially early. Knicks would finish shooting 29% from 3. That was a little bit up from 14% in the first half, and they were able to get it into about 40% in the second half. Mavericks shoot 36% from 3. Charity stripe, woeful for the Knicks, 19 of 35. They missed 16 free throws at 54%. They did lose a rebounding battle by 1. Dallas won 50-49. Knicks won the assist battle 27-23. 9 Knick turnovers led to 13 Mavericks points. And then Mavericks did turn the ball over 18 times, leading to 17 Knick points. Knicks won the fast break battle 16-15. And the points in the paint battle, 44-30. Largest lead of the night was 8 for the Knicks early in the game, and 7 for the Mavericks, man.
Yeah, biggest takeaway from this one is just the shooting, right? Is just poor shooting from a team that's relying on their offensive efficiency and their potency. And tonight you just didn't get that. I mean, 54% from the free throw line, 28 or really 29% from downtown is just not going to cut it. I know that they won tonight. Happy that they won. But once again, you just defeated a woeful Mavericks team. So, look, a win's a win in any book, but it's got to get better from here, CP. Just because if your defense is not going to be great, and keep in mind, this is a Dallas team who is in the basement, and they still put up 111 points. So this Knicks team's got to work on their defense. And if their defense is not going to get great, their shooting has to be damn near perfect, and you're not going to be able to win a lot of games against teams in the upper echelon when you're shooting 29% from downtown and 54% from the free throw line. Get these guys in the gym, lock them in there, throw away the key, let them practice their shots.
Yeah, for me, it's the free throws because it was just an indicator of how sloppy this team was the entire night. And just disconnected on several fronts, offensively, defensively, and at the stripe. And, luckily they played a team like this that they were able to escape. But maybe any other team, they're getting ran out the gym by 20, 30 points. So it's just one of those nights, and we'll take the win and keep it pushing.
You know what's shocking before we jump off this topic? Out of how discombobulated the Knicks look, they only had 9 turnovers, which is very impressive.
Yeah. I just meant sloppy just from an execution standpoint offensively.
It was.
Yeah.
But it's to still only have 9 turnovers because there were like a lot of, low passes, high passes. Could have easily gone the other way to being turnovers. Very impressive. They were only able to keep it to 9 turnovers in total.
Yeah, this is true. Okay, let's shout out here. Okay, Vandal sends another super chat. Hang on, let me see what Vandal's saying here. Shout out to Vandal, saying $10 super chats at CP. I was just saying, LOL, I'm a bartender. I'm sitting here drinking Macallan 12. You probably got to be up in like 6 hours, and I can sleep till noon just to yin and yang a Knicks fandom. Yes, sir. I can't get to the scotch until the weekends, man. I got to focus. I got work to do. I got a lot of things to do. It's only Thursday. I'm almost there. I'm almost at Friday. And then Saturday, Orlando. Orlando's looking crazy right now. Bro, we got like 300 people already RSVP'd.
Wow.
District Gastro Bar. It is going to be insane in Orlando. And hopefully we get a win. For sure. Hopefully we get a win. Shout out to KP out, $10 Super Chat franchise. Channel member says, I'll take the W, but not satisfied whatsoever. We was one ref call away from and one layup to lose. And Max Christie to Max Christie and Najee Marshall. No Kyrie, no AD. We need to be much, much better. He's got a point there. Got to be much better.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got to be much better. Okay, who else do we have here? I think I got some of the Super Chats. We got Son from Brooklyn. We got that. We got John on Torre. Okay, I think we got Uncle Doc 72. Welcome. We got everybody. All right, we'll wrap it up with Knicks Fix and wrap up the show. Knicks Fix, go ahead and unmute your mic. Rapid fire. Let's go.
Tippy Alex, what up, fellas?
How you doing?
What's going on, man? Yeah, man. I think it's just a complete lack of focus. I think, and lack of integrity on the defensive end, man. Like these guys are they just don't rotate out to the 3-point line. There's no hustle or effort, and then I've never seen something like this, man. Mitch calmly, he just walked up to the free throw line, announced he got it, and then calmly bricked 2 free throws, man. I was dying of laughter, yo. But, yo, I mean, it's something to be said. What the team missed tonight? Like 17 missed free throws?
16.
That's
16.
16, man. That's a collective lack of focus, right? Like, all of these guys can't be bricking at the same time. I don't know, man. Like, I'm willing to, obviously, still, I'm glad Brown, addressed it tonight. He said that the defense has to, pick up, but, I don't know, man. Like, that Orlando game is going to really show because that team is tough. Like, we got lucky tonight. We played the Mavs, but I don't know. I never felt this disappointed after a win. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. That's our guy, the Knicks Fix on the Discord, man. Yeah. Sounded down and out.
Hey, look, I feel like if you're a Knicks fan and you feel disappointed after this win, you're entitled to feel that. Like, happy to get the win, but you can still be disappointed in the fact that you're expecting a lot out of this team. And once again, going against Dallas, who's not that great, and you're edging this one out, you want to see them do better, especially considering what we watched them do against Minnesota, Brooklyn, and all these other teams. You just want to see them come out there and execute, especially you would hope that they come back with more energy after losing a tough one to Miami on Monday, right? It's like, how do you respond to adversity and these losses? And that's what we're trying to gauge out of this team and trying to see what's the intensity, what's the heart, what's the desire in all of them to get to the promised land. And so, it's a game-by-game basis. You take the win, you walk away with it, and as Brunson says, you learn from it and move forward. But I think fans they're right if they want to feel disappointed in the way that the Knicks executed tonight.
Yeah, listen, man, it's all right to feel a little bit down and out, and some nights, win or lose, you're gonna feel that way. And you know what, Al? A lot of times the fans will come to us as their source of therapy, but listen, sometimes you need the real thing. And listen, that's where Rula comes in. Because if you're looking to take care of your mental health, it shouldn't be harder than taking care of your physical health. If you pull a muscle, you go see a doctor. But when it comes to finding the right therapist, Al, suddenly it gets frustrating. You got long wait lists. You're staring down huge out-of-pocket costs. That's what usually stops people from getting help. But that's where Rula comes in. Rula makes therapy simple, affordable, and fast. They work with most major insurance plans, and the average session, the copay is just $15. $15. That's basically the cost of lunch. But instead of a sandwich, you're investing in your own headspace. And with Rula, you're not just matched and left to figure it out. They check in and make sure you're actually making progress. Every therapist on the platform is licensed, vetted, and picked for their expertise. So you're talking to someone legit, not just whoever happens to be available. Getting started couldn't be easier. You answer a few questions about what matters to you, and Rula connects you with an in-network providers who actually fit your needs. You pick the time, and you could be talking to a therapist as soon as the next day. No weeks of waiting, no endless back and forth. Bottom line, if you're putting this off, Rula takes away the excuses. Simple, affordable, and actually built to help you get better. Rula connects you to over 15,000 licensed therapists and psychiatrists nationwide. They cut out the guesswork by matching you with someone based on your needs, preferences, state requirements, so you're not wasting your time with the wrong fit. So don't keep putting it off. Go to Rula.com, RULA/KFTV to get started today. That's Rula.com/KFTV. Take the first step, get connected, and take control of your mental health.